But here comes Iga Swiatek. Won 2 matches last time around for Poland against Czechia, including in the doubles when she teamed with Katarzyna Tava. There was no way she was going to miss the doubles, she said, and she played terrifically well alongside her partner. The captain also was very jubilant after that. He actually said he aged around 20 years in a couple of hours. You know that feeling at all, being on the bench for Ukraine?
Yeah, you just never get recovered as a captain.
Always with a smile on her face. Saw a little one there from Jasmine Paolini. Not only the French Open finalist, but also the Wimbledon finalist. And like Iga, just played at the WTA finals in Saudi Arabia. Said the transition hasn't been too bad in terms of the time zones, so able to get used to it. Did take a couple of days off to rest and recover after the WTA finals, where she was doing double duty.
Yeah, I mean, what a season for both of them. It was just spectacular, and 110 matches for Paolini this season is just remarkable.
Yeah, 110. That is a lot of matches, Olga.
Yes, you almost don't need to practice.
Yeah, she plays a lot of doubles also. Just waiting for the coin toss.
And we have to mention the amount of time that Iga Swiatek already been on the court this competition. So Paolini is slightly fresher, we would say.
And it was late finish as well last time around for Poland at around 2 a.m. Champar is alongside Corey Marchisato, helping along with the coin toss.
If you have any questions, just let me know. Questions? No? Would you like to call it, Iga? Heads or tails? Heads or call? Ready? Yeah. Tails. Jasmine? Serve. Okay, photos, please. Other side as well.
Corey Marchisato there. Notice the t-shirt, "Pressure is a Privilege," coined by Billie Jean King. Corey Marchisato is the Chief Marketing Officer for ELF Cosmetics, one of the global partners of the Billie Jean King Cup. Saw Billie watching earlier, and of course the winner from last year wearing the Billie blue jackets. Who's going to be wearing that this time around? Could be one of these two nations. Olga, what are your early thoughts on this particular matchup? We know so far it's been tough going for Paolini against Swiatek.
Yeah, I think she spoke about it, that her only hope that it's not going to go the way it went at French Open earlier this year. But I mean, she found in the previous match good balance between focus and nervous. So I think it's a very good sign for Jasmine Paolini. And again, she doesn't have really pressure. She's a bit of underdog, we would say, in this match. And yeah, they have already 1-0 up. So yeah.
1-0 up against somebody who doesn't lose too many times in the Billie Jean King Cup, as we can see there for Iga. Just the 2 losses. Last time she lost was 2019. That was 5 years ago against somebody you know quite well, a part of Team Ukraine, Diana Yastremska.
Yeah, I remember that match, but at that time she wasn't yet Iga Swiatek that we know after a year or so. So it's a different story now. So I wouldn't even count those losses. For her.
Only other defeat, Natalia Vikliantseva beat her also a while back. 54-7, her record overall this year. That was entering the WTA finals, so during the regular season. Didn't play the Asian swing for playing the WTA finals. He's been around tennis a long time. He was in the team of Aga Radwanska as the hitting partner, regular top 10. She played this competition, also the WTA finals. And of course, they're now married. They've been married for a while now. Maybe getting some tips from Aga, maybe?
A lot of experience there in that partnership, and I'm sure I would say Iga Iga Radwanska giving some advices to, to him as well, watching these matches, I assume. So it's a strong team they brought this year. And the excitement of Iga Swiatek to play this tie, she was speaking a lot about it, that she's slightly fresh. She's really happy to be here. She's surprised how well it's all organized. So she's pumped.
She's pumped, and it finally was able to happen for her because, first of all, Poland qualifying, which she helped because she played earlier on in the year, and also because of her schedule. As she said, because she didn't play in the Asian swing, she had the time and she felt fresh. She was also saying, obviously, it's going to be a quicker off-season because it's going to go quickly into the off-season where she has a new coach, of course, in Wim Set, but she was not going to miss this opportunity, nor was Jasmine Paolini. Her record, see there, 7-7 in the singles, but this is a different Jasmine Paolini to years past. As we've said, her biggest year so far, making those 2 Grand Slam finals. She has said, Olga, a lot of little things have been improved, but also there's the B word we often mention in tennis. The belief has really grown from her part.
Yeah, and then she often talked all through this year in the interviews that, she never had the big, huge goals, and all this year was slight surprise for her, and she had to learn how to dream big and bigger. And of course, we have to mention that gold medal at the Olympics this summer as well. I mean, so many achievements for her, and I'm sure the life on the court and off the court dramatically changed for her.
Has changed. 13 times she played in this event for her nation. Tatiana Garibin posting a 6-7 record. She once faced the Williams sisters, Serena and Venus, in the Billie Jean King Cup. Champire, very experienced, officiated all the big matches on the tour. Mariana Veljevic. And Olga, you're talking about the doubles, right? Winning gold. And Garibin knows that even if this match is lost in the singles, they'll have the gold medalist in Paolini and Errani, who will be taking place in the doubles.
Yeah, they definitely have massive advantage in doubles, especially also the result. If you're looking at the results for Paolini and Sara Errani, it's ridiculous. They won Beijing, Olympic gold, won Rome, won Linz, final in French. I mean, you just go on. So it's a lot of confidence about the doubles. But, I mean, still, this match is not going to be easy for Iga Swiatek. Paolini has nothing to lose.
And it's on a hard court. We're not playing on a clay court.
It's fast court as well, and she's fresher.
So, the second match of the tie is about to begin. Glad to have your company for this second match of the tie between Poland and Italy, and it is a huge matchup. Grand Slam winner, one side of the court, in Iga, Grand Slam finalist on the other, and Jasmine Paolini, both just appearing at the WTA finals, and both love playing in the Billie Jean King Cup. Start of this match could be very important, especially for Paolini. Cheering of the crowds behind both players.
Ready? Play.
Italy to start. Pulling the strings in that first exchange, Iga.
0-15. Love 15.
Great whip on that forehand. And here's an opening for the world number 2.
It's interesting, this match will be only about who's going to take the ball earlier and who's going to spot the opportunity first. And open up the court, finish the points. They both play really fast.
Although with the way they play and also some of the swings that they have in the forehand, for example, does this type of court lend itself to one player maybe rushing more of the other?
Yeah, I think for both of them it could be a problem on the forehand side, this kind of court and the speed of this court. And again, whoever is going to target that forehand faster and better, that would make a difference.
She wants to serve very well. That was a terrific serve, starting the point on her terms.
We know that Iga Swiatek win a lot of points through her forehand and make a lot of winners from that side, but also it's something that goes fragile in the pressure moments. That's where you have to attack and play deeper and push her back from the baseline. But the same, I would say, for Paolini as well.
Speaking of the forehand there, really trying to get the whip and loft it up high, but going well long. Good start for Paolini, especially digging out of a love 30 hole.
And for Paolini, it can just get better and better. I mean, she already lost to Iga 3 times, so nothing worse can go. So she's playing absolutely pressure-free.
So in that French Open final, it was 6-2, 6-1. And she said afterwards it was the most challenging match she ever played in her life. She said Iga's intensity was crazy. It was absolutely off the chart. She felt like she could match her for around 3 or 4 games, but aside from that, she couldn't touch her. And obviously she started to change her tactics. She said she started to hit big, trying to take it out of the hands of Iga, but that didn't work either. So nowhere to go in that match.
But also the bounce is quite high at French Open courts, we know that, so it's also something that works better on advantage for Iga Swiatek. Here the courts are slightly different, faster, and if you hit it through, it doesn't bounce that high.
Take a seat, sir, on the left behind the player, please. Thank you.
Met on hard court as well. That was at the US Open 2022. 6-3, 6 love to Iga on that day. She'd go on to win it. The event. That time, Paolini was ranked number 57 in the world.
I feel like since Paolini's partnership with her coach Renzo Frulan, her game really has been on fire, much quicker, and spotting the moments where she has to step in. There was a bit of a mishit there from Iga's racket. Yeah, it was nice to read his words about working with Paolini. He said from the first day with her, her potential, both technical and attitude-wise, has been clear to me.
Yeah, he's always had that belief in her and her game to do big things. Well, positioning after hitting the serve inside the baseline, Iga. A bit of a back and forth, those to the coach and Paolini, because his highest ranking was number 19. Who was going to get higher?
So clear tactic for both of them. You can see that. Attacking each other, forehands. Great hold there from Iga Swiatek.
One game.
What an angle. How did she find that?
2 games played already, and it's been shown the quality already. They have no unforced errors, both of them. 5 forced errors. Iga Swiatek and 6 from Jasmine Paolini. Shows the quality already.
She was able to match her as that return was deep, but her backhand also having the depth, Paolini.
13-18.
Good movement on the serve.
40-18.
For the player not being too tall, it's impressive how much she takes from her serve. Using a lot of spin and a lot of slice on that serve. Very sharp.
Sharp indeed. Another one that was into the corner. Holds for both players in this first set. Italy leading and also in the tie. So these first 3 games, I think she would have taken that. No doubt Olga didn't want to fall behind by an early break, because then the head might start to wander and you think, oh, here we go again. So it's been a good start for Paolini.
Yeah, and I mean, what stands out about Iga, we know that she treats every single point like it's the last one in the match, so she's not going to give you any real presence. So you know you have to be, from the moment you step in on that court, you have to be on, full on, and that's what Paolini so far been doing. Not much talk requires from both sides. Following the plan, following the tactic, not much to say. Quality is there.
That may change as the match goes on, depending on what happens. Of course, they have a chance to look at the statistics, the Microsoft Surface, as the coaches have been, also their benches have been looking at that quite a bit.
Yeah, I think benches has slightly a bit more time to look at that. Then is more, I would say, in a stress situation. It's like you're seeing the numbers, but maybe you don't really
Can't really absorb
Yes,
them quickly
yes.
because you're trying to watch your player, keep eye contact with the player. 1-2. position there. She knew that was a chance to apply some early pressure, Paolini.
It's the first and fourth errors for Paolini.
She's so keen to attack on those forehands. You get sometimes close ball.
Yeah, misjudging the distance. It's so tough to play against Iga. That pressure you feel, the speed, how quick she goes to the ball and take the ball early on the rise.
Took the pace off. Good rise after the bounce. Opened up the court nicely. These players are so quick. We saw that from Iga getting to that ball, but Paolini to the next one in a flash.
Oh, the speed of that backhand from Paolini. Such a quick hands.
Had it lined up, executed perfectly.
He's stepping into the second serve. Almost had to return it at the service line. That's how much he's willing to attack.
Tied up on the return because of the quality on the serve. However, the miscue then comes. And it's a break point for Paolini. Well, Iga took a step over to her right. I think she was expecting that ball to go down the line in the return. Was wrong-footed, but was able to recover.
You feel like there was a little bit of hesitation from Paolini's rackets. Maybe she just changed her mind in the very last moment.
Move, and look at her court positioning there. She's well behind the baseline. That's where Paolini wants to see you go. Very close, the Italians. The Italian bench known each other for years. A few the smilers on that team, not only Paolini.
Such a joy to watch them supporting their teammates.
Good pace on the forehand. Saves the second.
Swiatek words regarding their double with Kava, Katarzyna Kava, that you know, she trusted her and she did all the decisions. I like to hear that, not having an ego coming to that match and completely trusting, because Kava is way more experienced in doubles.
Difficult chance, highest part of the net. Hold it off. Not that time. Saves those break points, and let's see what kind of effect that has on Paolini.
You could clearly see her and understand her frustration. She knew there was a slight chance. And when you play somebody like Iga Swiatek, you know you're not going to get a lot of chances, and you have to take each one of them. Be that small window that's going to be open. Maybe it's going to be open for you and you cannot miss it.
That's what she said at the WTA finals after she lost to Jung Kin-wen. Felt like she had some chances very early in that match. When they weren't taken, it snowballed the other direction. Oh, good pressure applied by the Italian.
Yeah, because playing top players, very top players, you know that mainly that level can only increase through the match, not really decrease. So you know that if you want to break or, you know, have an advantage, you have to do it early in the match.
Waited. So Paolini started moving one way, put it behind her.
So good how quick Swiatek realizing those short balls. That's how fast she's spotting them and runs to them.
Dribbles over.
That footwork from Swiatek.
Let's go over to get her towel. Sara Errani is close by. She will take that. Certainly, Paolini.
was a close one.
Scrambling there in the backhand corner. Just able to keep that point going. So keen to get back into position, but the angle taken well by Swiatek.
Of course, for Iga, not only playing fast, which she's usually amazing at, but also just like moving the ball around the court and really stretch Paolini off the court, make her run more. She doesn't have a long reach.
Time we've seen now on the off backhand return.
Beautiful. Short split step, turning your shoulders, short backswing. So clean.
Having saved those break points now, she has one. Paolini wasn't able to take her opportunities. Swiatek did. One of those two-game swings we often see in tennis. Surfaces one more time. 3-2. I know that you sense that might happen because you just saw the shoulders literally sagging from Paolini before that last point, maybe stewing on what happened in the previous game.
Yeah, she knows that she cannot miss chances, and that Iga just can only increase her level higher and higher, and you have to be able to match up that level. And if you don't, the things goes very quick. The amount of matches we've seen from Iga winning 6 love, 6-1, right? It's incredible. So you know that you have to match up the level. If you don't, it's gonna go quick for you.
Yeah. Iga could open up a few bakeries.
Yes.
Franchise them. Bagels, breadsticks.
Yes.
Has a history of doing that. Breadsticks, in case unaware, referring to a 6-1 scoreline, and 6-0 being the bagel. Powell back on the bench from Paolini. Been referenced more than once by Iga in her career when she's chatted to reporters in her press conferences how much she feels the support of the fans, that she always has these Polish flags everywhere she plays, and of course more so in the Billie Jean King Cup.
They are very dedicated fans. Everywhere where you go, you always find Polish fans.
Oh, leaned into it, the backhand, that was a beauty. And the forehand finish.
Absolute rocket there from Paolini's backhand. So sharp. The way she swings, so free, loose. far. The contact point on that backhand from Paolini.
That contact point of the backhand, Olga, I can't help but think, you know, in practice, for example, she's having to play that backhand, she would make it. But in this match situation, having lost the break now with those chances, still hasn't left her body. You can just see it on her face, and that's not what we usually see when she's in full flow.
Yes.
Good defending by both in that exchange.
But what a recovery there on Paolini's backhand. It was beautiful open stance, fast hands as well. So you're right, Ravi, when you practice some shots that you don't like in the matches, that dislike is even more increased. And because with all the pressure and nerves,
another chance to break. And that's something Iga was talking about herself. That match against Paula Badosa afterwards, saying that she felt the nerves when she was up by a set and a break. It affected her before the recovery in the third set.
from Iga. Early spotted how far Paolini was standing there behind the baseline, just to go for a slightly shorter backhand. Smart.
Yes, Paolini was caught reaching on the forehand. Saved all 3 break points now. Great footwork there to get into position early.
Some wild missed hits from Swiatek racket, especially on the forehand side today.
It seemed to be the off forehand as well.
It's also, we have to mention, it's quite humid inside of arena. You can see a lot of sweat and players using the glue. The changeovers.
Oh, just stayed put, and the ball was at her. Comfortable finish. stepped it up on that forehand.
So powerful, so much shape on it from Iga Swiatek. Again, this what impresses you the most about her is how much she counts every single point. She doesn't want to give you anything.
Really flattened out.
What a good play from Paolini, just really attacking deep down the middle and then opening up the court with her forehand. Seems like whoever does it first in this match wins the point.
Magdalena now back on the Polish bench after that defeat to Bonzetti. Well, she's asked the question and does get the break. 3-0.
Lightning fast, both of them. I just have a feeling you're watching a table tennis. It's that quick. The sound of their feet, so sharp.
That forehand and that type of forehand she's missed once more.
Yeah, like open stance, doesn't turn maybe her shoulders enough. It's tight there, too close to her body. And it goes quite far and wide if she misses.
These conditions, Olga, players always having to get used to the shifting conditions. In Riyadh, they're playing at altitude, but Paolini was saying the court was quite slow, so it felt like it wasn't too bad here, as you described. Fast conditions have been described as fast. So yet more adjustments for both the players, and of course they're going to prefer. Some players will like these conditions more than others.
It works quite well for both of them. Of course, if they have that little time on their forehands. But I mean, all through the year, almost every single week you have to adapt to different conditions, indoor, outdoor, slow, fast, sliding, you know, different balls. Players are so used to it that it almost doesn't bother them, unless there is a huge attitude. That's the only thing I would say.
Yeah.
Just another forehand mistake from Iga Swiatek racket.
Well, it was an interesting one, Olga, because it seemed like she wanted to take that one down the line, the out forehand, but maybe because she's missed a few, she made a late decision to change it.
Yeah, and also it looks like it slips off her. Like there is not a long contact point like she usually have and really moving forward.
On the line with the serve, not only the break, but then backing it up. First time she's taken 4 games against Iga in their head-to-heads. was the first to break in that French Open final before Iga was able to take over. But yeah, looking at the previous scores, it was 6-2, 6-1, 6-3, 6-11 at the US Open. And then 2018 Prague, that was an ITF event on clay. That was 6-2, 6-1. Iga was actually a wild card then. She was ranked 336th. Paolini's 180th. That was her first event after she won the Wimbledon Juniors, Iga.
But for both of them, I think they evolve so much into their game that it's almost irrelevant. I wouldn't even like look, you know, if I am them at those previous matches, because both of them, they changed their game dramatically, improved their game dramatically, and yeah, it's almost like the only match I would look at is the French Open this year, of course, for Paolini. But you could see now also her coach Renzo Furlan on the changeover where came down to the bench and spoke and gave some advice, probably, you know, to continue being fast and continue attacking forehand, because you could see Iga Swiatek on that forehand side, she had 14 down the line in and 11 down the line out mistakes. So it's
not the ratio we usually see.
Flash,
yes,
please,
it's
at the back
fragile
of the
today.
board. Switch off the flash. Pagan el flash. Gracias.
New balls here for Iga. She actually does watch a lot of videotape, does video analysis, Paolini. So yeah, you wonder how much of that match she did look back on, or the coach. But as you said, over a different surface. Here is a big opportunity for Paolini.
That's nice what Juravi just said about her watching a lot of videos. I think it's so important as a player, because it's such a different feeling being on the court and watching it on TV.
She's going cross on all those forehands, and we talked about the matchup potentially don't want to go hard at the forehand and break it down, but also has she lost a bit of confidence not going down the line. 3 straight break points, more of them for Paolini. Oh! Rush down the line, and the Italian is up 5-3.
What was that from Paolini? Wow, Italian team on their feet. What a great way to finish this break. Absolute beauty. No mercy there from Paolini's racket.
Trying to serve out the set. That was a great angle to see just how little net clearance was. There was no time for Iga to get there.
Good response from Iga. That's the way to punish that second serve.
Maya Kwalinska also on the bench. Made a junior doubles slam final with Iga. Very good friends. Just had to be careful, almost went over an ankle there, Paolini, but the frustration is growing out of shot, and she's down love 30.
coverage there from Paolini on the defense.
Caught reaching, maybe they're in two minds as to what to do with that form, which direction to take it. Now love 40 on her serve.
Again, too close to the ball. Just judging the distance.
First one saved.
Again, another forehand mistake.
Trying to give her as much support as they can. And back it went to the forehand.
Good recovery from Paolini.
Saved all three. Cautious approach, but she got away with it. Set point. When she was down a break, it looked bleak for Jasmine Paolini. However, she has stormed back to take the first set. Italy getting ever closer to making another final. 6-3. Well, Olga, just mentioned that the fact that Iga was up. We know what happened in the previous matches, all three of them. I mean, that's quite remarkable, isn't it?
It is, and I mean, Paolini produced unbelievable tennis in the last couple of games. And overall, I would say it's a really good quality match, apart from those few errors actually that are building up for Iga Swiatek. But you could see it's 21 forced errors for Iga Swiatek and 15 for Paolini. It shows how much kind of more aggressive Paolini is trying to play, and only 7 unforced errors for Swiatek and 5 for Paolini.
Steel on the face of Jasmine Paolini after winning the first set. So Olga, from the perspective of Iga, what would you be saying to her after that first set?
I mean, it's been 20 forced errors on the forehand side, forced and unforced for Iga, so she has to mentally reset and focus, keep the focus on the right things.
Made that one.
She's so good, we know that. Resetting and refocus and just focus on the right things, what she has to do.
First ace. Hard to that form, but holding firm was Iga.
But actually spots, if you would look at Paolini on the head side, how much backhand coverage there from her. She's really standing wide, trying to cover that kick out wide serve Iga has been producing.
Just taken away. Diagonal had no chance to get there.
It's one of the toughest return in tennis. It's this kick to your backhand. It's a high bounce. Find the perfect timing. Really just did brilliant at that.
Pushing for another break in this game. Took the pace way off the angle.
Tough to read her serve. The motion is always the same.
It's been that sort of an evening so far for Iga. Just looking for that consistency.
And I think Paolini, by standing that wide on the outside, is really putting pressure on Swiatek to, to change something just by covering that backhand.
Spots on the deuce side of this game. A couple times with ace down the tee and then also one out wide. pushed really hard there by Paolini. Comes through it. Had those battles this week against Paola Badosa. 3 sets, a long one. Also against Linda Noskova, the player who beat her at the Australian Open. It was a match where she was up by a break in that first set. Then she was pegged back, and in fact, she was serving at 4-5, love 15, and Noskova bossed that next rally, but she missed her forehand long. Iga able to escape, won the first set, had that cushion. Then in the third, come back from Noskova. Got back on serve 5-6 and a match point. Great serve out wide from Noskova, but just missed the forehand wide. Instead of going to deuce, the match was done, and then she was quickly off to get ready to play doubles, in which she performed very, very well with Katarzyna Kaba. Just based on that too, Olga. Now, they finished at around 2 a.m. There has been a day in between, but we see sometimes at Grand Slams, players who finish very, very late, even if they have the day off, they kind of struggle the next day. Do you think that could be any sort of factor?
Yes, for sure. No matter if you have a day off or not, you cannot really back it up that day that you didn't really went to sleep at proper time. Especially on Grand Slam, you feel it, because the next day, I mean, you're not going to wake up at 2 p.m., right? Like, you have to practice, you have to do your usual routine. So you're missing, and it's adding up to the week as the week goes.
And as we've said before, there is a lot of stresses and strains playing in the Billie Jean King Cup. The players want it so bad. And through the captains, Bronzetti, also now back on the bench for Italy.
I think overall not many tournaments or matches beats the stress that you have during the Billie Jean King Cup events or Olympics. You know, playing for your country, for your team, because you're not playing just for yourself, you're playing for the whole country. So, yeah, the stress you're getting and positive emotions is the combination. It really absolutely drains you.
Very secure in this game when it was 40-love, 40-30. Yes, and Iga did play the Olympics. Huge goal for this year to win that Olympic gold, and heavy favorite going in because it was at Roland Garros from Stronghold. And she was beaten by Jung Kin-wen, who actually took a set off her a couple of years earlier at the French Open, the only player to do so in that particular edition, and she's gone on to win that Olympic gold. Kin-wen.
Nice. Paolini has to be careful right now. Looking at momentum and all the chances. You don't want to invite Iga back to the game.
And she knows that. She's finally looking for that serve. She got it.
Good depth from both.
Nice change of direction. Always thinking these players going down the tee, went out wide.
Great reaction.
Left for service.
Good depth on that serve. Needed to be, as Iga was ready to pounce. Avoids getting broken from 40 love. 1-0.
Lucia Bronzetti is back on the bench on the support. Billie Jean King. David Haggerty in the stands. A lot of brilliant tennis it has been so far.
Yeah.
Every single tie we watched, and some drama, very good quality. Just feel that Iga is not at her best yet. The game is slightly off.
Including the double faults, 3 doubles. Decided to come in off it. Maybe she felt like where she was taking that ball that she had to come in, couldn't backtrack. She ended up winning bronze in the singles at the Olympics. Iga beating a player who's still involved this week in Anna Karolina Schmidlova from Slovakia. They'll face GB in the semifinals, the other semifinal tomorrow. More tears from Iga after she lost that match this year at the Olympics in the singles tiers. Also last Olympics when Badosa beat her, but she said she was able to make that quick shift and think, you know what, I'm playing for medal here, and turn that mindset around. In the end, she was obviously very, very happy to get her hands on that bronze.
Doesn't really follow through. The ball just doesn't sit on her racket. It's glued to her strings as it is always. But yeah, she also said that that match to playing for the bronze medal just stops her from crying all day after that painful loss in the semi-finals.
That was so close. It was going to be beyond Iga.
Moving a bit sideways on the forehand return. Paolini has the right intention. Just slightly away from the ball.
Missed it. She's so quick. You have to give credit there to Iga on that volley.
It was not an easy pickup there.
So difficult to having to go over the highest part of the net, running at pace, and then also keep it inside the court. Positive for Paolini, the fact that she's able to keep on manufacturing these break points.
Yeah, but she has to treat them well. You know how things can quickly change.
First set was when she was saving those break points. Just took it to her.
She knows she had to hit it.
Nicely done. Still able to have the balance on that forehand volley.
It's an interesting one for Paolini right now. Last few games, Iga obviously gave her a few chances, you know, to break, and it looks like Paolini unintentionally kind of waiting for those mistakes, not really going for it.
Save the break points now. A game point for Swiatek. Is that the start of the turnaround? Maybe. We'll wait and see. But it was looking bleak for Poland in that game. 2-1. Well, that's an interesting point, Olga, you made, because I was just thinking, you know, she said it herself, probably the fact that when she faces Iga, you know, you want to take it where you can't give her the chance to dictate. On the first break point in that game, when she missed that return, just missed that return, in a stage where Iga was making some errors. So yeah, it's one of those fine lines, right? Do you just put the return deeper and see if another error comes, or do you go big? You understand what she's doing, right? But it's hard not to second guess that given the way Iga was playing.
No, it's definitely a tough balance, because you're standing there and you're thinking, okay, should I go in for a big risk? But then Iga gave me already a few, you know, presents like this, few mistakes. Maybe I should just put it in, and that's the thing that the player always battling inside your head on those returns, on those big moments, you know. And I think unintentionally you become a bit hesitating.
Yep.
Like that's what happened in this game, I think, for Paolini. She has to watch out.
Swiatek sprinting out to her side of the court. Receiving, and she's up 2-1.
Please, players are ready for play. It's okay, thank you. Not needed, thank you.
Just waiting for a fan to be seated. Ready now.
This hit the racket from Swiatek.
Oh, lined it up. Perfect hit.
mentally being in charge in this point for Paolini. Such a loose swings from her.
Perhaps the fact that she was in that corner put off Swiatek there. She was lurking, Paolini ready to defend. She played earlier in the week. Magdalena Freck there had a long three-setter against Marie Boskova. Oh, it only just caught the line, that forehand from Paolini.
Very good hold, Team Italy. We have to mention though about Iga Swiatek. It's been a lot of changes for her in her team. New coach Wim Fissette, and you know, it's all about also getting used to the way the coach delivers information to you, the way coach reacts in the box to you. So it will need some time to adopt that.
And she will have that time after this. Of course, it'll be the off season, so Fissette and Swiatek can get to work.
And it's also the huge factor, I think, is also delivering that information in English. So used to Polish coaches. Something new and big challenge for her.
It's not the first time she's done that, Paolini, but when the ball is sat up, gone for it.
Sara Errani usually watches every single singles match from Jasmine Paolini. Good friendship there, good partnership as well.
She does give those coaching tips, also very experienced,
Yes.
is Errani. What Errani has said about playing doubles with Paolini is the fact that she's learned to relax a little bit more herself and smiled, whereas Paolini's talked about learning more about the game, learning more about tactics, and also being helped really inside the court, in and around the net. Something she's learned a lot from Errani.
Out wide serve on the deuce side is really working for Iga Swiatek. Such a good placement there as well. And this is 26 error on the forehand side in this match. It's a big number. Swiatek.
Kava there, who's behind the psychologist. She wants to play in that doubles. That's Kava. Oh, she's made it.
What a shot from Paolini. Backhand, another backhand down the line. It's a close call. Let's see the replay. Oh, just perfect placement. It's just guessed well. Paolini didn't move away.
Break point.
That's the punishment.
Saved 8 of 10 break points, Swiatek. With those seemingly forehand struggles she's having, Swiatek, you could see that she was just leaning in that corner, expecting the ball, one of those forehands to go in that direction. So it's giving her an opportunity just to use that tactic to her advantage. Go the other way, she did there. That inside out, Paolini before, then switching. He's not holding back on the break points. It's another game that she's able to escape from Swiatek. We're now deeper into the second set. She's down by a set but has the lead in the second.
Absolutely beautiful atmosphere here in Malaga.
Which she's surely enjoying. Billie Jean King, the great Billie Jean King. You know, looking at the way this match is developing, the way that Swiatek is playing, the way they're both playing, you think it's going to be this sort of a match in the sense that if she's going to win this match, she's going to really have to power through it. It's going to be a battle rather than finding her most fluent tennis, or do you think she can still find that tennis, Swiatek?
I think she can find it, and for Paolini, if she, she needs to close this match in 2 sets, and I mean now is the moment for Paolini to really take control and step in, because we know Iga Swiatek, I mean what she's capable of. She's, I mean, one of the best players out there. So.
Yeah, not only
you don't want to push the buttons,
no,
if you can put it that
definitely.
way.
I think, as you said before, right? Take the opportunity when it's there. Not only there's a handful of Grand Slam titles, but she's dominated in huge stretches as the #1. Had one time around a 40-match winning streak. Won all the big titles on the hard courts. WTA Finals winner. Took the chance, the one chance she had in the rally.
Stunning from Iga Swiatek. And this is it. I mean, she's one of the most, probably the most focused player out there on the WTA Tour. And the amount, how long she can keep that focus all through the match is just, I think, unrepeatable. It's just, she's so focused.
Stayed put. Did that come at her too quickly, or was that a very good chance for Swiatek?
Lucia Bronzetti must be so happy with her first win. This kind of competition, singles win. Playing doubles, but never played a singles match. Build up for Iga.
Fans chanting her name, the Polish fans.
Let's for service.
Plays a lot of doubles now, so that certainly helps in those situations.
That was on the edge for Paolini, that overhead. Beautiful motion as well, so relaxed.
Her time now, Paolini to try and hold firm on serve.
Thank you.
What a serve to come up with. Trying to fire herself up, Jasmine Paolini. so quick.
That's the question as to whether that might happen. She still hasn't faced a break point in this set, Paolini. But now she'll have to face one. Hard to that forehand side. Came up with the first serve.
Asking the coach probably where to serve. Another frustrating mistake for Swiatek. That court open.
Minutes. That game took, but Paolini is able to get the hold. Levels up.
A lot of miss hits has been produced from Swiatek racket, especially on the forehand side today. Slipping away from the strings.
Sorts of exchanges, it seemed like Paolini has been getting the better of them.
Becoming a physical match. Longer rallies. Beauty. So clean. Ball striking there from Swiatek. Swings, backhand.
Oh, yeah, it's dropped on the line. 2 times. Nine millimeters. tweaked her return stance there. Wanted to take it on the forehand. Did get it on that front. Perhaps didn't get the contact she was hoping for, Paolini. There's the Microsoft Surface at work. Looks to be the heat map right near the baseline. First time in this set that she has not been taken to deuce or face break points. Sometimes that can really be the start of something for the player in question. She's hoping so. Swiatek 4-3 in the second.
It's interesting dynamic you have to mention, as David held. During Iga's match, there is not much talk because she probably asked him not to talk too much because she just needs to focus, to concentrate. She knows probably her game plan, and there is a players who don't like to be talked too much, and of course there is a players who, you know, like Italians, who are really engaged in the conversations. So for captain, it's always that feel of being adapted to every single player on your team. Not easy, you know, you have to read well, you have to spot the moment when to say your stuff. Even maybe if they ask you not to speak, it's a tricky job to accommodate at the
So if they
best.
ask you not to speak, but you feel like you have this great nugget you want to pass along, what do you do if you're in that situation? What do? Do you tell them, or you just say, no, I'm not going to say it?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. You have to make a decision, the firm decision, and stick to it if you feel like it's a pressure moment in the match, a key moment, and even though they ask you not to say, and you think it's very, very obvious and it's something that can help, maybe you just decide to say it. And but then it's also the question if your player will absorb it and take it and do it. You know, it's also the trust between you and the captain. So it's a lot of factors, and yeah, it's you have to be like I don't know, like a snake when you're a captain. You have to adapt and constantly feel the moment.
In this moment, it's 4-3 to Swiatek. We're on serve in the second.
It's interesting also to see that how much Iga is pushed to play, the amount of forehands that she is pushed to play in this match. Her average is 53% a match, and today it's 71. It's a huge difference.
It's something you see in her matchups when, for example, she faces players like Rina Sabalenka or Dana Rybakina, those sorts of players who try to go to that side, but go really hard, right? It's a hard thing to do, to execute, to go to that side, consistency, and stay with it.
But they also, those two players, they have so much power that they almost don't have to sit on her forehand and can be anywhere in the court.
It's her second double.
Slice, serve down the tee. Paolini.
That backhand was so crisp. Staying low. 4-all. Grew up in Tuscany, did Paolini. Very small town, small tennis club. Said she loved having the freedom of playing in that club.
It was an open court for Jasmine Paolini, and she knew it. The moment she touched that ball, she knew she went wrong direction. It's the second time there's that opportunity when Swiatek is at the net. She has to sprint for the drop shot. She was on the wrong side.
She had committed again to try to take on that forehand, but the way the serve went in the box, outfoxed by Swiatek.
Too strong.
First point. So it might be lingering in the mind of Paolini. Building ahead of steam on serve now. Here's Swiatek. A bit more pressure to contend with now. Paolini, given the scoreline, serving to stay in the second set. Mentioned her growing up in Tuscany for Paolini. Has ties to Poland. We know that through her parents.
That's right.
Speak a little bit of, just a little tad about a Polish.
I'm jealous of all that food that she might have growing up in Tuscany.
Well, she likes pizza. She does like her pasta. I think her favorite dish, pasta dish, is spaghetti alla vongole, so with the clams.
I mean, so much to choose from.
No time for a big meal now. When the players are playing tennis, just get the energy drinks, also bananas, some of them taking nuts, other similar sorts of things, just to keep that energy up. Indeed, she's been able to, in these service games, hold off Swiatek, but Olga now. This is a different situation.
Yes, it is a pressure on Paolini to hold the serve. 5-4 down, never easy. Good resistance there from Paolini. Slightly a bit too far from the baseline at this point. Have to watch out that to go too far back. Clear frustration from Swiatek. What a brilliant way with that left hand to sprint forward. Really use that left hand, that backhand. Not an easy pick up. It's quite low.
backhand shining through again. Forehand gets a lot of talk, understandably, given the heaviness of that forehand from Swiatek, but she's talked about it a lot coming up through the ranks, how much confidence she's had in that backhand. She was a little out in front, but still had the control to make it.
That shows the level that she able to produce important moments of the match.
2 set points. Relief there. One of those balls that hang up. You don't know if it's going to touch the baseline. That would have been tricky for Paolini. She bent, but didn't break in that second set. Iga Swiatek. And as a result, we are going the distance. Swiatek takes the second, 6-4. Off for a bathroom break now is Swiatek. We just wondered, okay, having saved those break points, what would happen? And Paolini, boy, and through that set, serving very well. And then in that last game, able to get the break with Swiatek.
And as we said, it's never easy to serve under that pressure, being 5-4 down in a set. And it's always much more tougher than, you know, serve when it's 3-2 or 2-1. So, but overall, you just, it didn't come out of nowhere for Swiatek. She was slowly building up her game. Paolini kind of missed her chances early in the set. Yeah, and as you can see, it's still, the stats are quite slightly better for Paolini. 18 unforced errors from Swiatek and only 10 from Paolini's side. But I think it's that he is slightly hesitating. That's what made a difference in the second set. Only a few points there and there. And still quite a lot of unforced errors, especially on the forehand side for Swiatek.
Swiatek, and then we'll get started in this third set. Momentum is with the POL. Most of the guidance being given by her coach there, Renzo Furlan, now walking back to his seat. Oh, has to be one of the youngest fans, probably the youngest fan in the entire stadium.
So nice for young fans to be able to witness this tennis, this competition. So good for their upbringing.
Oh yeah. Might not be able to retain a lot of it at that stage.
Not at this stage yet, but
because of her life, but no doubt that brings some pictures taken. So here we go. We'll go third set, start of the third set. We have the world number 2, multiple Grand Slam winner, Swiatek, who has won the second. Now, how do you see it now? Before the match started, obviously, significant favorite going in. How do you see it now, beginning of this third set?
Yeah, I would put her again at being a slight favorite because she leveled it up even by not playing her best tennis. So now on, she can only improve, really.
Maybe ominous for Paolini. There is a cushion for Italy, having gone up 1-love in this tie. Good start to this set. Still having a couple of game points, however. Momentum on serve continues for Swiatek.
Absolutely refreshed, refocused. And I mean, she has a slight advantage now also by knowing that she won a set by not playing her best. From now on, she can just improve.
And if she's thinking like that and knows that, I wonder if the opposite is going to be true for Paolini, the fact that she'll think, okay, those break points came. Made so many break points in that second set. She's serving second also in this final set.
Take a seat, Ricky, please, behind the player. Thank you.
First time she's tried it the entire match.
It was a surprise, little surprise from Paolini. Again, early spotted Iga Swiatek.
Maybe that's a sign that she feels like she needs to change it up now, do something different at times, Paolini.
Has been very good. Wide returns from both sides actually in the second set. 20% on the ad side, 83% on the due side. Paolini serving out wide.
Rushed by Paolini.
It's a good shape there as well. Paolini's forehand. A bit higher, more spin,
Photos, please.
heavier.
Do not use flash. That's very disturbing for both the players. Thank you.
Just a reminder for the chair umpire to not use flash.
Let for service.
What a treatment. That's the way to punish second serve, to add extra pressure on Paolini's serve as well. So tough to read as well. These short backswings, open stance. Not much you can read from there.
An easy ball to handle. A higher ball timed it well. 1-all.
And this match is almost 2 hours already and still one set to go. And you will think with the quality that they're producing, both of them, it's a high quality match overall. Coming in very physical as well, especially for Iga Swiatek. Played already many hours on this court. Singles and doubles.
Is Italy having a bye through? The case for Poland.
Feel a bit more tired maybe there. Paolini moving forward with the shot.
What is at stake? They both know what is at stake. There's bound to be tension.
Like this from the middle of the court, out wide from Iga Swiatek, both sides actually.
A 12th break chance for Paolini. She's converted twice. Simply too good.
Great and heavy hitting from Paolini, but such a good defense there from Swiatek.
Trend continues, saving the break points.
So strong today, and saving break points. Iga Swiatek, 11 break points saved, 5 for Paolini.
Yards behind the baseline there, and that last forehand just was able to make up the ground. So that 13 break points faced, more than the 3 previous matches combined that Paolini was able to manufacture.
Let for service.
He was walking to the bench, it seemed like there. Swiatek thinking the ball was going to go wide. A winding road, this game, where the break points have come, then they've gone, turned into a game point, back to being a break point.
This Italian fan is so engaged.
He's getting into
If he could, he would jump and help.
Many of the break points that have been anticipated by Swiatek with serves like that.
Such a help to get those 3 points. Serving well.
Just a slight issue with these screens, but now rectified.
Just have a sense a bit that the energy of Paolini is slightly going down, which is understandable. 2 hours on the clock. See Trevisan is stretching.
They expended a lot of energy as well on the bench. Dictating from start to finish with that forehand.
Big game here.
She asked the question at the stretch to get that return back in play.
No reaction at all from Paul.
Into hour number 3. Coming to expect that. Probably those big serves on the break points. 8 aces now.
Tired. See, not enough movement there around the ball. And overall, as I mentioned, slightly getting slower on her speed, especially on the forehand side. Paolini, its forehand speed was 119 kilometers an hour versus now it's 112, so 7 kilometers difference. It's quite a big difference in the power and the heaviness of the ball.
Light for service.
Nope, it's away from the line. Slow walk to the bench for Paolini. And a brisker for Swiatek, who now leads in the third, 2-1.
turning this match around and to find a way.
You spotted it, Olga. Also talking about the forehand speeds, we're talking about the potential fatigue factor. But we're also, having had so many of the chances, how much of that is mental fatigue compared to physical? Probably both. Obviously, she's played so many matches, as you said, but also the opportunity she's had.
Yeah, definitely it has impact on her. We can clearly see it. She can't even hide it. That's, just feeling that missed chances and tiredness as well, physique tiredness as well, knowing that I missed my chances maybe. Much better. Desperately need that heaviness on her strike. Heaviness and spin.
The charge now is Swiatek. One save, but still looking, you can see it there, how much she's putting into it, Paolini. Kept going to that side. She is looking energized. Swiatek. Biggest smile on his face so far. 3-1.
He must be so proud of his team. How big of a fighters they are. What they produced this week so far. How much they fight, no matter what.
Some time Olga to get to the chair at the next change of ends, but in that situation, what would you be saying to, what will you be saying to Paolini at the next change of ends, given how she's been on the court as you spotted in the last couple of minutes?
You look very tired. you can say right now is fight, 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 fight with your heart. Try to find the way. You know the way. You didn't took your chances, but you still have to fight, and maybe the chances will come again. A little bit of luck as well, probably.
That's going to shorten these points.
What a touch. So well controlled. Beauty.
Oh, what a flick that was from the back of the court. The hands from Swiatek.
But credit to Paolini for getting to all those balls.
Definitely have seen some of the things. Now she's looking to go forward when she has the chance. We've talked about how much she's more comfortable in that area of the court, but also then going big in the returns.
It looked like a little bit that she got relaxed in this game, Paolini. Just kind of going for it, trying to make points shorter.
Let's service.
That time she's not able to save the break point. And if ever there was a time that she needed to break, maybe that was the game for Paolini. Quickly cuts the deficit in the third set. 3-2.
How many turnarounds we already had in this match. But we have to mention Iga Swiatek. Her behavior and body language in court has changed since the middle of the second set. It looked like she kind of, I wouldn't say relaxed, but she became more quiet and more focused. Doesn't react that much as she was in the first set on her unforced errors. Here you see Tatiana Garbin, ice massage for Paolini. Obviously the legs are tired, so much court coverage she had to produce in this match already, Paolini.
Would that also, Olga, be a way of trying to prevent any sort of cramp from happening?
Cramping, yes, for sure. I'm sure she feels that soreness already.
How many matches you said she played?
But it's funny, as I said before, with cramps you cannot really do anything to avoid them. You say you have to drink a lot, but it's not really proven. It's a combination of stress and dehydration together.
That's something that, yeah, Carlos Alcaraz has said himself. He's had that issue in his career, and he said stress for him, huge role in that.
Yeah, some players can have it in the first game of the match. That's how much stress they feel before going on court.
She looks a whole lot better in this game, Paolini.
Yeah, it's been a slight change, I think, since the previous game for Paolini. She's trying to make the point shorter, obviously, because it looks like she's tired. She doesn't want to go to a longer exchange. And it's good, actually, idea for her, because it will make her playing a bit more aggressive, like she did in the first set.
Yeah, that was relief for Paolini. Just to mention as well, if Swiatek does win this match, of course we go down to deciding doubles, and if she's feeling it physically in this match, she's got to play that doubles as Paolini.
But as we mentioned before, they do have some players to play with. Maybe it's going to be a different combination.
Let's present.
Margins. The let call on what would have been a big serve from Paul, and he had to do it again, and then Swiatek rips that return. On that forehand. First ace of this set for Paolini, who has come through some very physical, long matches this year already, including that thriller against Donna Vekic in the Wimbledon semifinals. She gets to 3-0.
Just so much class into this match. New balls, change of the strings of the rackets for both players. Look at these two.
They're not going anywhere.
No, they're there. They're helping. So important. We often talk about it. Here you go, Billie Jean King. also enjoying this match. But yeah, it's so important to have a strong box behind you, strong team in this situation, who's engaged and sending you energy and supporting you.
Is that a given, Olga, when you're playing Billie Jean King Cup, the players always be supporting in a certain way, or do you feel sometimes in teams you've been involved in, it could be a bit fragmented? It's not all maybe if players don't get along.
Yeah, it definitely happens and happens a lot. It's all about how players get along with each other. But I have to say, even if the players don't, for example, there is always this factor that, I mean, you're playing for your country, it brings you together. Brilliant serve, brilliant angle from Iga. And tennis is such a single sport. We're not used to this week, so they're nothing like what we used to. It's incredible boost of emotions, energy, togetherness, team spirit.
Second double in the set for Swiatek. Good news for both times. They've come at 40 love. Lines aplenty. They were coming back hard from Paolini, but no problems for Swiatek. Into this end now, this third and final set. The captain was saying after the previous tie that thriller against Czechia that he'd aged around 20 years in the last year. So how many more years has he aged, do you think?
No, we always say that 1 year goes for 7 at this ties. It's very stressful. Yeah. You need to have a good drink in the evening.
Or maybe in this case in the morning.
As a captain, not as a player.
(4-3) to Swiatek in this third and final set. Five and one in our last 6 Billie Jean King Cup matches. Jasmine Paolini, the lone defeat in last year's final to Leylah Fernandez, the Canadian. would be, no doubt, one of the biggest wins of her career. Jasmine Paolini, she can get the victory in this singles against a player who'd had her number in all 6 sets they played previously. Previous matches, Paolini won less than 40% of her service points. Not just second serve points, her serve points overall, first and second. That's going to change this evening. First hack, well placed. Oh, the end of that really superb from Paolini, but don't forget that first shot of hers off the return. Had to down quickly.
A lot of coaching there from Enzo Furlan, Paolini.
As we were in the second set, and you might remember the first point, 9th game last set, that volley. Paolini had the chance to put that ball down the line. But she's ahead here. Cannot get much better than that.
Absolutely stubborn refusal from Swiatek to lose this point. Oh, we are enjoying this point so much. It's interesting to see how Paolini was trying to attack Swiatek backhand in this point, really backhand side. Focus. Iga Swiatek in the zone.
full force on the forehand. That was flat. This match, the atmosphere certainly has not been flat. 2 game points for Poland. A game that started very well, and then that second point, she was in a bit of trouble. Swiatek was able to get it. Instead of up 30, 15 all, she kicked on from that point. As we were, Olga, in set 2, Paolini's going to have to come out and serve to stay in the set, and in this case, serve to stay in the match. Chance to resume for Swiatek.
Not done yet.
Oh, that forehand looked a little tight from Paolini. A little smile there. Fortunate.
Very little chance for Swiatek.
Oh, another line. She was struck. she could not hit through Swiatek.
22 shots of this rally. That's a real class from Iga Swiatek.
Match point. Another three-set battle for Iga Swiatek at the Billie Jean King Cup finals, and it's another win. And what it means is that this tie will go down to the deciding doubles. Fitting to have that embrace, because what a spectacle it was. This time coming from a set down, Swiatek to take it in 3 gripping sets.
And I think David Sultan disbelieved what just happened again. Such a great performance in the end from Iga Swiatek. Just refused to lose this match. Found her way from not playing her best. I mean, to pull out this win, it's massive.